Okay, so we finally got the patch date, and yes, I have a few issues with it. Before I get started though, I must apologize that this video is a little bit later than my normal uploads. The first reason being is that there's a lot more to cover, and I'm pretty sure if you look at the runtime, you'll see what I mean. The second is I wanted to wait until after Texas Showdown was complete to make sure there was not going to be any additional announcements to be made. And third, I wanted to see the price of the DLC. All those things will be covered in this one video, so don't worry. With all that said, let's talk. So if you've been living under a rock, the patch comes out next Tuesday, May 21st, and will include the 4 characters. Now you see, the thing that has me taken aback about that is the price. Yes, I am aware that if you own all the DLC up until this point, the pack will be free, but that's not what I'm talking about. Looking at the cost of this singular pack compared to the others, this pack alone will cost $10 compared to the usual $5 for every other pack, which is twice the cost. Even if you were to look at it in the way to assume that maybe you're getting more content, you're technically not. You're only getting one extra character compared to all the other packs. What this means is that Heart herself had to be reworked from the ground up so that she herself costs $5 and the other 3 characters cost $5 combined. This looks bad, especially when one of the biggest arguments when TAG first came out was that the DLC practices for reused assets were atrocious. Which would mean that if we were to get any more Arcana Heart characters, any pack that they're involved in will most likely cost more than the standard DLC pack. On top of this, I would wager that the same can be said for any extra Ruby characters we might get, which would explain why we don't have any extra Ruby characters coming as of right now. Now, before anyone types in the comments that Blake and Yang are still free, yes, I am aware of this, but the difference is that any Ruby character added to the game afterward won't be one of the 4 main characters because they're already in the game. Which means that any additional Ruby character added at this point isn't being added to sell the initial game. As such, people looking for those large lists of Ruby characters to be added to the game most likely will not get them. I bring this up because a lot of people do believe that Heart is going to be a solo representative for her series. I would hope not, but looking at how things as they are right now, I do understand where they get this logic from. The date of the DLC has been an area of scrutiny ever since we got the reveal of the 5th Fate due to the timing of the reveal. We then got word that the patch would be coming in mid-May. Now everyone did hypothesize that it would be the 14th or the 21st. Those dates alone aren't the problem, but in the bigger picture, that's where the issue lies. As I've said before in many of my videos previously, the later the patch comes out, the more majors there's going to be dropping close to. And wouldn't you know it, the patch comes out literally 3 days before Combo Breaker. Now to Combo Breaker's credit, they did hold a poll to see which version they would use. The results show they will be using the patch, which means don't expect any real high level play or don't expect high levels of competency. That's just my opinion because 4 days isn't enough time to play the patch and know it inside and out, which means this major is completely up for grabs. Had the patch come out sooner, this wouldn't be an issue. Now, before someone wants to type in the comments and say, you don't work for ARC, so you don't know what they have planned or how long things take to develop, here's my rebuttal. I don't need to. And here's why. When ARC's higher ups decided they were going to hold this world tour, they themselves put this undue pressure on themselves, meaning they know when most majors take place, which is during the spring and summer months. As such, they created this problem and knew how to avoid it. Say for example, the patch came out in March after EVO Japan. There is no world tour event during this month for TAG, so this would have been the perfect opportunity to drop the patch. The timing here would have been perfect because there would not be a slew of majors coming around the corner compared to what we have now. I don't doubt that people will eventually adapt to the patch, but in 3 to 4 days, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a lot of doubt. Now the next big contention here is when is the next announcement? As I said, I delayed this video until after Texas Showdown because a lot of people expected some sort of announcement. Personally, I thought there would be an announcement as well until we got word that the patch will be coming out literally days before the tournament. Meaning, of course, no announcement. What this means, of course, is that as we all suspected, there will be no more DLC or announcements until EVO. I advise everyone to be cautious in your expectations at EVO. Since we still don't have Season Pass number 2, this leads people to question once again, how big will the announcement be? If it isn't a sufficient enough size, this will show that there is no concrete plan laid out for TAG, as the EVO announcement this year will literally be just 2 weeks shy of an entire calendar year since the 5th Fate was teased. Should the EVO announcement be lacking, it will confirm the plan for TAG is a lukewarm drizzle of content. I am no longer hyped for any tournament involving TAG simply because of the slow drip of content is not acceptable under any circumstances. People who want to defend this can certainly try, but ARC as a company cannot say they're going to hold a world circuit and then not update the game in a timely manner after teasing an update was in the works, so I'm going to leave off on this. The EVO announcement will make or break the game in terms of its EVO appearance for next year and how many people will stick with the game until then. Let me know what you guys think of the patch date and the fact that it's dropping days before Combo Breaker. See you in the comments because I actually really want to discuss this.
Wake up,